This Saturday, the 31st of July, For the Now saw the Newbury Soup Kitchen announce the support of their new patron, Will Young. There was not a dry eye on the forecourt at Swift Logistics, Hambridge Lane, as founder Meryl Praille, Will and Claire, a former client, made speeches about caring for and feeding the homeless and vulnerable in the community.
What I've really noticed is, the importance of mental health. I think what happens is people think of a soup kitchen and they think, oh, it's just providing food and I mean that is enough in itself, to be honest. But it's not just that. It's looking at how people have got to that situation in the first place, what's caused it, and what Meryl and people at the soup kitchen do is they see people beyond their situation. I've had my mental health difficulties. I had a breakdown 8-9 years ago, but I love the fact that I can come out and be honest and talk to people and go, yeah, I have had a breakdown. God, I had to stop work. Luckily, I had friends and family around me, but lots of people, they don't have that and they fall further, and it's up to the likes of us to pick them back up again. Trauma lies at the basis of a lot of human difficulties, and homeless people and people that are using these services, they don't perhaps haven't had people that believe in them before. They've maybe never had anyone that have actually wanted to have listened. And also the people that use these facilities, I spoke to someone who had a degree from Oxford. He lost his job because of COVID and he was having to use the facilities. There was absolutely no shame in that at all.
You've also, experienced your own tragedy in this, haven't you, by losing your brother as well and him becoming homeless.
Well, yeah, I lost my brother and he had become homeless because of his addictions, and sadly he passed away, and so I know what a fine line it is to get to that place, very charismatic man, very funny, very intelligent, and it's just sometimes it just takes a couple of things to go wrong. People think that maybe having a new truck or something doesn't do masses, or getting accommodation next is what we need. We need our own centre. Doesn't do much, but actually you hear the stories of how people have picked themselves back up. That's just, it is life-changing.
On a slightly different note, you've got an album out this year, haven't you?
I've got an album out next week. Yes, I forgot about it. It's been so long. But yeah, next week. It's quite fun.
What an amazing day having Will here and being patron, part of Newbury Soup Kitchen.
I'm still trying to get used to the idea. He's been so amazing. It's such a personal thing for him anyway, given mental health for him is very important, given family circumstances and his brother. But it's not about that also. His mum's volunteered with us for nearly 2 years now. It's important. And I still think I'm going to bang that drum again and again and again about the support of mental health. People who are homeless and vulnerable fight a journey, fight a story every day. And without support and people like us, they're lost. They need a voice, they need hope. We can't do what we do without the support of the community. Mental health is getting worse because of COVID. Homelessness is increasing again. Our job is going to get harder and harder. But the passion is there. Me and the volunteers have got so much passion and love towards our clients. We won't turn anyone away. We'll do our best to help where we can. And if we can't help, we find somebody who does. And we obviously signpost the services as well. But I'm so proud. I think this has been the pinnacle of 4.5 years of blood, sweat and tears on my part, and I think it's only today it's really sunk in what Newbury Soup Kitchen has become and what we've all achieved as a team, and I'm just so proud. We've lost people, which this year has been incredibly difficult for me and the team particularly, but we've also had some massive successes.
Haven, which is Homeless and Vulnerable Encouragement Network, has now been established as the charity that houses the Newbury Soup Kitchen, which started in January 2017.
I think Meryl has done an amazing job in creating this great initiative, and she's got a great band of volunteers behind her. And I think everyone I've met, I've actually been down to the soup kitchen a couple of weeks ago on a Thursday night, and the regard she's held in is absolutely amazing. But it's not just Meryl. She's obviously the leader, but she's got a great support group around her. You've done an amazing job in supporting their clients in a number of ways. It might be writing a CV, it might be doing a health check, might be doing an eye check, but it's a support network that is hugely appreciated. As well, it's about trying to get people into permanent accommodation. And I've been involved with one particular case trying to get someone into accommodation, and actually he's joined me in an almshouse in Donington.
Claire had been on drugs since being a teenager and was homeless for 5 years.
When I first met Meryl, I was in a tent in a bush by the canal on my own in the middle of winter. It was so cold and horrible. I had a drug problem. I was waiting to go to prison, basically. For me, I was totally alone. My family didn't want anything to do with me. The people around me were not really nice people. I didn't trust anybody. I was paranoid. So for somebody to do what they say they were going to do, support me, be there no matter what, even when I messed up, they were still there with no judgment. So for me, it's my family, my community family.
Pop idol Will Young is now lending his support as patron of Newbury Soup Kitchen. I'm Ali Monjak. This is For the Now Media.